Hey everyone, I'm Greg, and welcome to our YouTube channel, Life in Denver, Colorado.
And I'm Allie, and we are here in the beautiful Mile High City.
We get calls here from people all the time wanting to move to Colorado, but before you pack your bags, we want to give you the full picture.
Today, we are going to give you the pros and cons of living in Denver, Colorado. Greg is going to go over the pros, and I'm just going to give you the reality check with the cons.
But we want you to stick around until the very end because we're going to tell you a very bizarre fact about Denver, Colorado. It involves a famous food and a legal trademark battle that happened right here in the city.
And it's a fun one, but let's get into the list.
So I'd say the number one reason to live here is lifestyle, and that's because of the outdoor living here. So within an hour, you have world-class skiing up in the mountains, world-class hiking, and mountain biking also. And even close to the city, within 30 minutes, you're going to have some great mountain biking trails and hiking trails. We have river rafting, kayaking, paddle boarding, about any there's rock climbing, so about any outdoor activity you want to do is right here in Denver. And we also have great golf courses, whether you like playing up in the mountains to get the big carries up there or even around the city. There's some really fantastic golf courses. So if you like the outdoors, Denver is a great place to be.
That sounds great, Greg, but the reality, everyone has that same idea. So, if you're wanting to go to the mountains on the weekend on a Saturday, which should be a 90-minute drive, it can easily turn into 3 or 4 hours. And you have to learn mountain time because, or else, you can easily spend your Saturday mornings on the parking lot on the highway. And another point, we are standing here in front of I-25. It is a Sunday, and you can easily see the traffic or just the amount of cars that are going through, especially Monday through Friday. No matter what time, you can easily have traffic on I-25 if you're heading towards Fort Collins, down south to Colorado Springs.
Okay. Okay, but pro number two is when you're in traffic, you're going to have plenty of sunshine. So Denver has over 300 days of sunshine a year, and it's really mild climate for having four seasons. So in winter, everybody thinks it's just a frozen tundra here, but it's really mild. The snow can melt in a few hours or a couple days just once the big sun comes out. And it's also a very dry climate, so you're not going to have that sticky humidity that you have in other places. Here, when you get in the shade, it actually feels a lot cooler, and you don't have that icy cold in the winter.
Yeah, the sun is nice, but the altitude is real. We are 1 mile above sea level, which means that you will be exhausted and winded just going up a stair of flights. And the lack of humidity means you're going to be carrying a water bottle and lip balm wherever you go. That is the Denver uniform.
All right, pro number three is a booming economy. On a more serious note for your wallet, Denver has a huge, massive, and diverse economy. So it's a big place for aerospace, tech, and renewable energy. So people aren't moving here just for the views. They're moving here for high paying, stable careers.
Con number three, cost of living. Yeah, sure, they will need those higher paying jobs because Denver isn't cheap. Sure, we are not as expensive as San Francisco, but the housing market in Denver has exploded. Property tax property taxes are significantly lower, but in reality, trying to find an entry price home in a good neighborhood is higher than the national average.
All right, I think we're on pro number 4 now. So if you're a sports fan, this city is heaven. So we have all 5 major sports teams. So if you're downtown, you can catch an Avalanche game, a Broncos game, or on a summer night, it's great to go to Coors Field and catch a Rockies game, even though they're not very good. So the sports culture in Denver is great. And also we have a great craft brew scene. So there's breweries all over the city and in the surrounding cities. So if you like beer, this is a great place to come to.
But with all of those people moving here, Denver is certainly feeling the pain. Parking lots at hiking trails are crowded. Trying to park downtown can be a nightmare. And some of that small city charm has been replaced by urban sprawl and new construction.
So the final pro of Denver is its diversity. You're going to find a neighborhood that fits your lifestyle here in Denver. We have the Highlands. It has a younger crowd up there, but you can walk to restaurants and things like that. We have Edgewater, which has Sloan's Lake, and people walk around that. There's restaurants around there. For the family crowd, we have Cherry Creek, Highlands Ranch. We have Hilltop, all kinds of neighborhoods. There's also Wash Park, which has a fantastic park right in the middle of it. Lots of people exercise there, and it also has some restaurants around it. So you're going to find a neighborhood that works for you.
Con number 5, wildfire smoke and air quality. This is something a lot of people don't talk about. Because who knows, because whether they know or not, but this is something that affects Colorado because of the geography and the wildfires that come from the west. In the summertime, we will have days where we have the brown clouds and the smoke, and it lingers all over. So if you do have respiratory problems, that is something definitely you should do some research on.
Okay, so you made it to the end, and we promised you a weird fact about Denver that most people don't know.
This one's for the foodies. Did you know that the cheeseburger was invented or at least trademarked in Denver?
It's true. In 1935, Luis Ballast, who owned the Humpty Dumpty Barrel Drive-In right here in Denver, trademarked the name cheeseburger.
There's actually a small monument stone located where the drive-through was at back in 1935, and the location is north of Spear. So every time you eat a cheeseburger, you can thank a local Denver.
Look, every city has its quirks, but for us, the pros far outweigh the cons here in Denver. And that's why we love calling this place our home. So reach out to us in the link below. We have all of our information in the comment below. And we'd love to hear in the comments whether you're moving to Denver for the mountains or the sunshine.
So if you are thinking of making the move, we would love to help you out and find your perfect place in the Mile High City. So see you in Denver.